They welcome the bikes, boats, and bivouacs. We're in northern Georgia, near Lake Rabun at Tallulah Falls. We're at the Jane Hurd Interpretive Center, and we're going to take a hike, and we're going to hike the North Rim Trail to the South Rim Trail in Tallulah Falls. So let's check it out and see how it looks. So in the Interpretive Center, they do give you an idea of what's around. You can see there's bathrooms in here. And there's a store where you can buy drinks. So we're gonna work the North Rim Trail at this point. There is the map of where we're going. All right, we have started our walk on the North Rim Trail. Leading the way, Miss Marie. So we're on the trail at Tallulah Falls. So this will be our first overlook 1 on the North Rim Trail. And you can see so far this walk is relatively smooth. Now Tallulah Gorge State Park has some easier portions of trails and some more difficult portions of trails. So if you have difficulty walking, if you start out at the Jane Hurd Interpretive Center and walk the North Rim Trail, the first 2 or 3 overlooks are relatively easy to get to and are potentially ADA accessible. So if you have difficulties, you definitely could take advantage of these overlooks to look down into the gorge at Tallulah Falls. And then, as you'll see when we move through the hike, that we do get onto a more difficult trail that I'll talk about later.
What is this? What is this flower? I thought it was rhododendron. Laurel? Yeah. The state flower of President.
We're walking down to Overlook 1, 1A.
Like Wednesdays, and they have like propelling classes. Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, but it's only like a 600-foot drop.
Way down there is one of the falls. This is a deep spot.
It's a gorge.
Pretty impressive. Eventually we'll be over there at that one.
25, 30-year-old trees.
So they won't. So they can.
You can see from Overlook 1 to Overlook 2, they have it pretty well packed down, so anyone in a wheelchair would be able to access this particular overlook. This would be Overlook 2.
Go that way. This is 3.
Where's all the stuff about Houdini? I didn't see that. Was that on the walls?
So here is Overlook 3. We'll see this before we get to Overlook 2. It's a ways down there. That is beautiful.
He looks good. You can see it from here.
Oh wow.
So here is Overlook 2. That's where we're going next. This is Overlook 3. Noah wanted to jump into the water, and we told him he could not do that from up here.
It looks fun. Oh wow. I mean, look at that water there.
Beautiful. Beautiful. This is nice that it's ADA compliant. That's true. Oh, look at this view right here.
Piece of cake, man. Piece of cake. This way? All the way down, man.
Trying to get a picture.
You going out here? This is from Scenic Overlook 2. This is stunning. Josh, I think you could make it from there.
Yeah, probably good. I don't know how to.
You need to belly flop it in there. Be careful, Phil. You alright? Now on this part of the trail, we start to climb down the steps to the base of the gorge. And going down's not too bad. You can feel it in your legs, but what you need to remember is if you go down 1,099 steps, you have to go back up 1,099 steps.
Would you rather we say straight up?
I'm just looking one step at a time. That's all I can handle.
This is gonna be a agonizing walk.
Why?
Because we're going so slow.
Stop it!
You want to go ahead of her? Sneak around. When I'm going down steps like this, Boom, I'm thinking about the hike back up.
Yeah. We got
What does that mean?
stairs up.
Like, that's when we have to rest on the way up because of cardiac issues.
Oh yeah, but
We have
I
700
have
up.
just walking issues. So I have to go slow.
So we're out on our geriatric walk.
My knee, you know, I had that meniscus surgery on
Yeah.
my knee. It backs up sometimes.
Yeah, my knee was giving me issues on the plane ride here.
Yeah, I think it's because I sat so long. Sat so much yesterday.
Mom, they should have made just a slide straight down.
No, there's
It would have been so much easier.
And look at this. We got a water refill station. Give you an idea, if I hold the camera level, how steep these steps are.
Cables, man. These cables.
Yeah, you gotta go high. If you come over here, do one of these. So this is the bridge. There's Katie shaking it up. Now once you cross the bridge, there's about 230 steps down to the Hurricane Hole Lookout. So that's where we're headed now. And to give you an idea how steep this is level with the camera. The camera's down level and you can see it drops way down. So this set of stairs is the final set of stairs down to the floor of the gorge, which is referred to as a hurricane hole. There is a observation platform that you can get great pictures and video from. But if you want to go down onto the rocks near the water, you can do that. It is free. However, you have to get a permit from the interpretive center to go down there and enjoy that area. So if you plan on hiking Tallulah Gorge State Park and that's something you're interested in, you want to make sure you get that pass as early as possible, because I believe they only offer 100 permits per day. Now we spent approximately 3 hours or so at Tallulah Gorge State Park, but we could have easily spent the entire day if we were going to do some of the additional trails that are available at this park. But we were down for a wedding and we had other events that we had to attend, so we were fitting in these side trips when we could. So that is why we only spent 3 hours here.
Here you can see you need the permits. You're going down further into the floor. Here's Hurricane Hole. Beautiful.
Okay, so let's give our thoughts and discussion on
The Tallulah Gorge State Park.
in Lakemont, Georgia. How many steps to the bottom of the gorge?
1,099?
1,099 steps. So I did okay going down them, but I needed to rest multiple times climbing back up. And we really reached that by starting off on the North Rim Trail. And that starts right at the interpretive center. And the interpretive center gives you information about the history of the area and the wildlife you'll see there. There's an interpretive display inside the center where you can check it all out. There's also bathrooms there and a store. And they do recommend a lot of water if you're hiking on the trails. There's a bunch of trails, but we did the North Rim Trail, and we're thinking about the South Rim Trail, but we ended up just doing the North Rim Trail. How many waterfalls are there?
There's 6 waterfalls. We saw 2. No, did we see
We
them
saw
all?
1, 2, 3. We saw 4 of them.
4 or 6.
And we were intrigued by going all the way down to the Hurricane Hole.
Yeah.
So there's scenic overlooks that you stop at and look at these waterfalls. And if you go all the way to the bottom, if you get a permit, you can go down onto the floor of the gorge, but there's only 100 permits issued a day. And I think they're free, but you have to book that early to get there. But there is a platform. If you don't do that, there's still a platform where you get great look at the Hurricane Hole and the bottom of the falls. So that was really pretty. And I think it was $6 to park. $6 to park, and that gets you into any Georgia State Park for that day. So you could do multiple parks and you wouldn't have to pay every time you go there. So, it's really reasonable for a lot of fun on those trips. And part of it is ADA compliant as far as being able to roll a wheelchair or something on there. So they did a nice job at making sure folks have access to see some of the beautiful sights in Georgia. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free, it helps me out a lot. Also, ring that bell, you'll be notified every time I put up a new video.
And give the video a thumbs up. That helps it be seen by a wider audience. But more important than all that,
Go have some fun out there.
hey, thanks for watching.